Can they hear me when I'm doing it?
Yeah, not when it messes up like that, but it should be good now.
So the first thing that I'm doing is working on the dialogue. Then later, um, after I'm like halfway through, I'll like sketch out what the people would look like, maybe what the setting would look like. And so yeah, I have already gotten down.
You got the first three. How's the big nitro in the background?
I got the first 6 dialogues, 3 from Computer Girl and 3 from Laptop Woman, aka Mom. So it's gonna open up to say to Computer Girl saying, "Oh, I just love to play video games so much. I'm so close to beating these last 3 levels." Because you know how in the previous stream we talked about how there's gonna be 3 stages that they have to go through.
I think we're gonna edit the script, but we're gonna talk more about that tonight. Oops. So yeah, this is just basically this is our basic rough draft right now. We're just getting it started.
And then Laptop Woman, aka Mom, says, "Uh-oh, you hit the wrong button." It's like, whoosh, like kind of like a little glitter tornado or something. What's she doing? What's up? And then it's gonna be
What's up, Matt? What's up, Ninja 420? Thanks for coming through.
And then Computer Girl is, since they're already in the roller skate world, Computer Girl's gonna be like, "Where are we?" And then she's gonna look around. And then Mom says, "I don't know, but wherever we are, we need to get out of here fast. Because you're in some kind of weird place and you don't know where you are." So
Appreciate y'all coming through.
And then Computer Girl says, "What are we wearing? And are we in roller skates?" Yeah. And then Laptop Girl says, "Yeah, well, let's get skating." And then Computer Girl stops and she's like, "Wait! There's an obstacle course we have to go through. Now, let's go. And be careful." And then that's all I got.
So that's the first,
Couple of dialogue. Like what they're going to say.
Okay, so around the first level, basically.
Yeah.
All right, so basically we're gonna have to dive into each one of these lines and take them to the next level. So we're gonna want to add stuff to them, basically. So when we're talking about the very first line. Think about when the story starts. If you watch a movie, first thing you're gonna see is some dumb music. And
You're thinking of the Little Mermaid music.
Yeah, and then some credits are gonna come down, and then you're gonna see.
It's gonna say made by me.
Yeah, and then first things that come into the movie. So first things you want to do is think about, all right, the person doesn't know nothing about what's going on in your story. So if you start off just saying, "Whoa, you pressed the wrong button," and they ain't like, "What's going on? What you mean wrong button? Are you in a power plant? Is something about to blow up? Is it the president pressing the wrong button? Is somebody, you'll never know it." So you got to explain some of that stuff. Got to go into detail in the first lines. So what is your first lines of the story? That's what we're gonna work on this stream, basically, just the first opening parts of the story. So what's your first line right there? And we're gonna start from there and expand. What's that olive oil on?
Because you know how sometimes the movies, like, some movies just go, like, into the house with the credits still kind of rolling, and then the people are just, like, sitting in their room talking or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that's going to be like. So Mom and Computer Girl are going to be...
So they're going to just zoom in. As soon as the movie starts, bam, y'all are inside the room
playing the game. And then Computer Girl says, "I love to play video games so much. I'm so close to beating these last 3 levels."
Nah, too cliche. When I say cliche, it means it sounds like it's something that's obviously somebody would say. When you're writing a script for a movie, you want to think outside the box. You don't want to think the same thing that the next person will write. That's the same thing somebody else that's writing this story, they would think that same intro. So you want to think away from that, and you want to make it a little bit longer than that. You don't want your intro to be one sentence. So you come into the room, bam. Think about, you guys are going to be sitting there. What are you guys going to be wearing? You guys are going to be wearing your normal clothes, because when you go into the game, you're going to have a uniform on. Did you think about the uniform already?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got your drawing. Let me see your drawing.
So I have my normal clothes,
The normal clothes are gonna be what? Like you guys gonna be dressed like normal, like just wearing whatever you guys wear normally during the day?
Well, the normal clothes would be probably something like a little shirt with
Well, think about the stuff that you already have. You can already just wear something from your, that you have basically. So it's just gonna be normal clothes, right? Nothing. You're not coming back from trick or treating or nothing. It's not special occasion.
But her shirt is gonna have like a laptop iPad
What's the
on
occasion that's making the thing go off on her necklace? Is it just because it's special? Is it a special night? Because it could be a special night, full moon or something like that.
Well, it's the 8th year that she got the necklace, and
So there's nothing special about that.
on the
night,
8th year, something weird is legend had it that on the 8th year something weird was gonna happen.
Okay.
So it's the 8th year, and tonight it's a full moon. And
So some of that stuff has to be explained at the beginning, because they don't know why the person's being sucked into the game in the first place.
Or even it could be like 8 years ago, and it can have like grandma forming the necklace. I need a pencil sharpener.
It could be what?
Huh?
It could be what?
It could be like it could open up, and it can be like the thing could say 8 years ago, and then it could have grandma making the necklace.
There you go. So now your whole opening scene just changed.
And so then it says present day, and
What do you mean? That's hold on. That's what? How you just gonna have opening day? Have somebody open up a necklace and that's it? You got to get into more detail on that. Think about it. You're right. Whatever you write on that paper, you guys have to act that out. So that's your script right there. So whatever you write there at the beginning. So you're saying camera closes in on the camera opens and it says 8 years ago and it shows a woman holding a special necklace, giving it to her child, and it's explaining something, blah blah blah. Is that what's happening, or are we supposed to know what they're explaining? We don't. You got to explain everything. You got to think about the stuff that we don't know. Think about it from the audience point of view, and think about it from your point of view as the writer.
so it's gonna be like she's like standing at the kitchen counter, and she's got her pot right in front of her.
Ooh.
She's like, grandma.
In the flashback?
Yeah.
At the beginning?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it has like her hands shooting weird things, like magic, and helping form the necklace. So she's going like that and making it. And then she mixes some stuff up. She reaches into the pot, picks something up, and she said, I did it. I finally made the necklace. And then it goes to
So she made it?
Mm-hmm.
She has superpowers?
Yeah.
She's like a witch?
Yeah, she is a witch.
Oh yeah, you did say that. Okay.
And she's like, I did it. I finally made it. And then it goes to like 2 years forward. No, not 2 years forward. A couple years forward. And her grandchild is born, and she gives the child to her she gives the necklace to her grandchild, and the little girl puts it on, and she keeps it on forever.
Okay, and how do we know what the necklace does and what has she been trying to do, and why she's doing it? And why would she give it to her granddaughter if it does something bad?
Well, because
these are all the questions that the person that's watching is gonna think.
She was getting older, so she forgot. She thought that it was just a normal necklace.
Who?
Grandma.
So she made a necklace. What was her intentions when making the necklace? What was it for? These are just questions that people are going to ask. You got to think about that as the writer. Because then if you don't know, somebody asks you, that's going to be the answer. Somebody like, I don't know, just wanted it to be that way. But you kind of want to, as the creator of the story, you want to know as much as you can about it.
Yeah.
So I'm just asking questions that people would ask. So just think about it. You can make it mean anything. I mean, you can keep going. You can keep making up. It's a made up story, so you can just keep making up stuff for whatever reason. It doesn't really matter. It can be anything. Just try to make it match up so it all makes sense,
Okay. I'm trying to design maybe what the clothes would look like right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it doesn't have to have this much like detail and stuff.
What, the clothes?
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about well, you can just be think about it. You're going to be recording this, majority of it inside the house. We're going to be recording it here. So think about this set. You're gonna have it set up, but you're gonna have a green screen. So a green screen. So whatever you like, if you want something to be, if you want a background to look a certain way, and like you be moving through it and stuff, it'll look that way, and you can just. I'll show you. I'll show you what it looks like later. But you know what green screen stuff is. So yeah, we'll be doing some of that. But for the most part, the dialogue is gonna be between you and your mom. So you gotta make it feel comfortable, like something that you would say. Like if something really happened to you like that, where you were sitting on the couch, what would you actually say when you're getting sucked into the game or whatever part's happening? You gotta think about it from make it feel realistic. So what's happening? So at the beginning, what's going on? Explain it one more time. So she's in there making a necklace, but how are we going to explain what the necklace is and why she's making a necklace?
Maybe she's like a witch and she needs this magic necklace to... I'm trying to think, if the necklace sucked the girl into the game, then what could have been the witch's
purpose for the necklace?
Purpose for making the necklace, yeah.
So it's a necklace that brings you into games. So maybe there's something in a game that
maybe she had
only
like a
you can
favorite.
get. Or maybe she put a treasure and hid a treasure inside a game that only way you can get it is through going into the game.
Yeah, or maybe she had
a pen or something. We got a pen in here.
It's okay, I don't need it. Or maybe she had like a favorite. I think I like the treasure one better. But maybe she had a favorite game that she played, like as a grandma. Maybe she like with her child used to play this game, but her child decided she got too old for it. But they never passed the game, so she wanted the cheat code to it. So she made the necklace to go inside the game, but she never got the chance to go inside the game.
Okay, cool. So that could be a storyline too. It's your story, so go with what whatever. Go with your gut. So write that down. So that can be the reason why she made the necklace, and then so now she actually has a reason that she can give it to her granddaughter, because she was playing the game and maybe her granddaughter's into the game, and she said, hey, when I was young I was really into this and I made this to do this and blah blah, and now it's like an adventure for her. Or you can go like any route from there, but that's just
maybe
ideas
like
out there.
She gets older and
What up, Big Mike? Appreciate you pulling up.
Maybe she gets older and she forgets that the necklace is magic, but she gives it to her granddaughter because she thought that it was any old pretty necklace that she made.
That's
she bought.
That's a reach. Think about it. How you gonna forget that you made a magic necklace and then just give it to your granddaughter of all people?
Well, because she's getting older. Like she's like 90.
People don't forget. You when you do something like that in your life, you remember it. You're not gonna make no magic necklace and forget to give it and forget that it's magic. Even if you're old, you're gonna be looking and thinking, oh no, don't give it to her. It's gonna. Realistically, it would have to be a reason for her to give her that necklace.
Instead of her giving her the necklace, yeah, the little girl is in her grandmother's house for the summer. Connection. I was at my grandma's house for the summer. Not this summer, but last summer. And then
she finds it, and
she finds a necklace, and she doesn't want to tell her grandma about it because her grandma most definitely probably won't let her take this beautiful necklace home.
So does she know, when she finds it, does she know that the necklace is attached to the game?
No, she just said, well, no, she decides to tell her grandmother, and since her grandmother knows that she likes video games, she probably has a favorite game that she wants to conquer, so she lets her granddaughter have the necklace so that she can get inside the game and get the cheat code.
What? So she's telling her granddaughter that this is the game that this necklace goes to, or does the necklace work for every single game?
The necklace works for every game.
Okay, so the necklace works to go inside of any game, but she specifically made it to go inside one game. So is she telling the granddaughter that she made it to go inside of a game, and she's taking it because she's like basically gifting her, telling her, this was a great, it was like a great thing, and I went inside the game, and I made it as magic, and you can go inside any game too.
But then, so that's what Grandma says. But then she's like, But since the granddaughter is kind of like 6, 7, or 8 years old, she doesn't believe the grandma because she's like, oh, grandma is old. She probably doesn't know what she's talking about. So she doesn't believe the grandma. But
hey, Bulldog, Ronnie, thanks for stopping through. Appreciate that light bomb, Mike and Ronnie. Shout out to the 6 in the chat. Appreciate y'all stopping through.
But then later on, when she gets sucked into the game, she's like, oh, grandma told me this necklace was magic, maybe please, or something like that.
You said what?
Well, since she's like 7 or 8 years old, she doesn't believe her grandmother when her grandmother says that the necklace is magic. But maybe when she gets sucked into the game, she's like, oh, grandma told me that this necklace is magic and that it gets you into games. Maybe she was right.
So she got it, and her grandma gave it to her, and she didn't use it because she didn't believe her until years later. But think about it. If you're a 7-year-old, are you going to believe your grandma? She gives you a necklace and say it's magic? Probably.
But maybe she tried it, but it didn't work. Because it probably, every 8 years it only works.
There you go. Boom.
It only works every 8 years.
There's your link. So her grandma told her it's magic, but she didn't specifically tell her that she needed 8 years for it to work. She just told her that it was magic, and then she tried it, and it was like, man, this is crap. This doesn't work.
Yeah. And then when grandma made it, she wanted it to work whenever she wanted, but it didn't work.
So she didn't even know it worked.
No, she didn't know that it worked every 8 years.
So that's why she gave it to her.
Yeah.
So she thought, well, something I made didn't really work, but I want you to have it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But maybe it still could work.
Maybe. Well, that's the part you're going to have to say, because that's the part that you leave in the movie, like the suspense, like put like a little, like when you exiting out the scene, you put like a little sparkle on the necklace, make it look mysterious or something.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
I seen there was a show that I watched. So you guys should definitely watch this show, Just Add Magic. And it was kind of like this because it's about...
Came a girl in the building.
A girl.
Had a gumbo. The gumbo was fire. Beatty in there cooking, yep.
It's about a girl who has 2 other best friends, and they find their grandmother's magic. They find her grandmother's magic cookbook, and they make all the recipes. And then in the end of the show, she's like, "Oh, the cookbook has moved on." The cookbook chooses when it moves on. It's chosen to move on. We're never gonna see it again. Then this girl, one of the friends of the story, but not the best friend, this other girl that came on later into like the 3rd season, walks into her room because she's moving with all those boxes. Something's glowing inside the box before she walks in, and then she sees it like stop glowing. She goes up to the box, opens up the box, finds the cookbook, picks it up, and she's like, how did this get in here? And then it's like a whole other cookbook story that's gonna happen now.
That's good. That's cool, but we don't want to do nothing that we thought of before, that somebody thought of before. So we want to try to.
But I'm
that's
just saying,
cool.
like,
So we can use that as a
like,
reference. Yeah, that is. We can use that as a reference. But we want to think of something. We don't want it to be nothing like that because we don't want them to think that they're as cool as us. They're as smart as us when it comes to thinking of ideas. So that was a good idea. That's a good reference.
I'm just like saying that because that was a really cool show and I want them to watch it.
Yeah. You want the people to watch it?
Yeah.
What's it called again?
Just Add Magic.
Just Add Magic, y'all. Watch it. Hey, what's up, Bless? He said, hey, pizza princess.
Hello.
Ronnie, Gamer Girl, and
I'm literally just
Mike.
designing the wardrobe right now.
And then yeah, your mom can make it with stuff from Michael's.
Yeah.
You gonna make your wardrobe out of Stop closing these drawers. You see, I'm looking at them, girl.
It's okay, Papa. I already got something to write with.
I'm looking for pens. Sweetie, I need some seasoning. Ooh, that spinach. That makes some more of that spinach good.
More?
Yeah. We got some eggs in here.
Yeah, they're in there.
All right, let me get some of those. Let me get 2 of these eggs for the
Grab
chicken.
them
Do.
with the thing.
Ooh.
Bless you.
Really?
Yeah, yo. I was in a scene. Ronnie said, he said, can I get that book now, please? It's gonna be a movie for her channel. She's gonna make it she's making a movie right now. They're gonna have green screen effects and all that stuff, y'all. She's trying to work on the script of the movie right now, so when they
Right now, I'm working on the wardrobe, but I'm
the
gonna
wardrobe script and all that stuff. So when they start to when we start to film it, she's gonna be the director basically. Is that pepper? You use pepper, huh? You made all this sneeze in here, girl? Huh? It was pepper. Your mom used pepper here and made a sneeze.
Wow.
Beat it.
She did that on purpose.
Beat it. You made a sneeze, girl.
Ooh, yummy. They're all stuck together.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
What? You gotta run it over some hot water.
Yes, for a little bit longer. Just for a little bit longer.
Specifically right on top of those chickens.
On the back of it.
Yeah.
do. Hey, what's up, Real Savage? Thanks for coming through, leaving that like bomb. All right, so you got hey, you better make some more, girl.
That's all the spinach we have.
What? That's a lot of spinach, though. You gonna eat all that?
You better.
That's a lot of spinach. So all right, so back to the beginning of the story. What happens? So we go in, zoom in. The grandmother's making a necklace. She's making it because
She wants to beat the game.
she wants to beat the game. Now, what is she having any dialogue in there by herself at the beginning? Is she playing the game? Does she zoom in on her playing the game, or is zoom in somewhere else?
Well,
Her
when
making
she
it.
makes she only says like, yes, I finally made it, because we want the grandma to kind of be a little bit mysterious.
Okay.
So that's the scene one that she's gonna have dialogue. That's only one scene though.
How we gonna know what she finally made? How are we gonna put all this stuff that you talked about just now about the history of the necklace into the movie? Because, like I said, imagine it from scene to scene. This is scene one. What are we telling the people? What do we know about it? What's happening? We can do any type of scene though. You think about it. Anything that you can think of, you can do it. So you don't have to, like, any way that you think that you can explain it, just do that. Make a scene where where somebody's asking questions or something and you're giving them answers, and it's just that simple. But remember, if this is a flashback at the beginning and if she's talking to somebody, maybe she can be talking to somebody in the room while she's making it and be like, I always wanted to finish this game.
Maybe she's
So,
playing the game and she gets to some
how
point
about
where
her daughter is in front of her, right? Her daughter is in front of her and she's like, look, I finally made the necklace. We could probably beat the game now. But her daughter's like, no, I'm too old for it. And then the daughter walks out the room.
There you go. Boom. Opening scene. Now you got the idea. You got everything there. Boom. Go ahead and write that down so you keep that information set up. And then you can get into more detail about if you want to have them say anything different or exactly what you want them to say when you're. But that's a good opening scene. So now they know the necklace is to beat the game. They know it has a special power. They know she's been trying to make it for a while. And if she was giving it to her daughter, but her daughter didn't take it, then you know she trusts it. She knows it's safe enough to give to somebody she loves, basically, like her daughter or her granddaughter. So that's a good opening scene. And then you get to the one where you and your mom are sitting at the table. I mean,
And she's wearing the necklace.
not at the table, but at the by in front of the
Wherever
TV.
we're playing the game.
Yeah. And then so you start from there. What's the next scene from there? That it? It shrunk, huh?
Stop.
Stop it.
Stop it!
Stop it.
Babe.
Stop it.
Ooh.
stab me with a butter knife. Send you that book and life. It's gonna be a good movie. Ronnie's gonna be on this channel. I'm gonna share it on my channel too. Make sure everybody sees this movie. Make sure everybody tunes in. You're gonna get great reviews, Nolly. Pizza Princess, you're gonna get great reviews. That's why you gotta work hard because you know people are gonna see it. They're gonna critique it. So you wanna do your best. You gotta do your best. You gotta make it as detailed as you can. You're putting on a performance right now. Beatty, what you making, girl? What you eating? Was that mashed potatoes?
My sides are done. We're waiting for your chicken.
You made some mashed potatoes? Well, if the chicken would come off of the back of that wrap, then I could probably cook the chicken. But you told me it was defrosted and you lost it. Hmm? What happened, Beatty?
What?
What happened, Beatty?
What happened?
What happened when you
No,
lost it?
no. You was talking about me eating soup. You gonna come in here, take a cup and a spoon so you can put mashed potatoes in it, and then eat a cup full of mashed potatoes as you walk away.
Ooh,
Wouldn't be
yummy.
none of that.
Cup full of mashed potatoes.
Yeah, that's what she was trying to do. She had a cup and a spoon.
That gumbo was pretty good last night, guys.
Yeah, gumbo was slapping.
Delicious.
No okra. No okra.
No okra.
No okra.
I don't like it either, Papa.
No okra. Not for me. No okra for me. BD, where's our flour, Mama?
Right there.
This?
That's all we got.
What? What? This? What am I supposed to do this? What
That's enough.
What the f am I supposed to do this?
That's why you mix it with the breadcrumbs.
Hey, Ronnie's gonna check out your movie. You already got one person signed up to see the movie.
Thank you.
It's gonna be a good one. Beatty, you're gonna be a great actress. Great mom actress. Look at this. Is that Beatty's outfit?
This is gonna be computer girls, and then I'm gonna make laptop women's right now.
Can't wait for that one. Whoa, whoa.
Still trying to think of what laptop girl will look like. Maybe she'll look like a Fitbit. Because you're always saying she looks like a Fitbit.
She is a Fitbit.
See?
You like a Fitbit. She said she's gonna make you like a Fitbit. You love your Fitbit. But her name is Laptop Girl, so she can't be a...
Yeah, she has to be a laptop.
That wouldn't make too much sense. Why is she named Laptop Girl?
Because I'm computer girl.
And why is she named Computer Girl?
Because she loves computers.
Where does she get her love from computers from?
Her grandma.
You might have to do a prelude. So
Prologue. Is that how you say it? Prologue?
Prologue, yeah. Same thing. Prelude. So basically same thing. It's basically just an intro telling people
Telling
the
people what happened.
backstory.
So like a little black screen with like flowers
Yeah,
or
but
something?
no, that could be a whole different like a movie that you put together specifically about her background, like why she's called Computer Girl and why she, this type of stuff. But
And what's going on in certain scenes.
yeah, that could be something you think about, but you don't have to worry about that right now. What are you on the okay, so now after all that stuff happens at the beginning, where are we at with the first scene? What happens in the first room?
In the first stage, so basically laptop woman wants to get out of here as fast as she can. So she figures that she just has to roller skate and then get out. But then computer girl's like, wait! She puts her hand in front of her. She's like, wait, stop! There's an obstacle course.
Hold on. Say that again. What happened?
So basically,
First scene one. Let's start. I'm sorry. Start from the top.
laptop girl. So they're in the roller skating stage.
No. So they're in the. This is in the room. This is as soon as we come into the room.
Oh.
And they're sitting inside the living room still.
So they're on the computer, and then computer goes like, pew, 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 pew. Oh my goodness. I am so close to beating these last 3 levels. And then she hits the wrong button on her computer, and then
Is mom in there? Is she saying anything?
Laptop woman's like, yeah, that's laptop woman. And then laptop woman's like, wait, you just clicked the wrong button. It's like a tornado kind of thing, but not like a tornado, probably like bright
So
color.
that's when it happens.
And then
So it happens quick as soon as
Yeah.
we get to the. So, all right. So now a couple things I'm thinking about when we first get to that scene is now we know what first thing that happens in this movie when they come in. She's making the chain, and she's like, "I finally did it. I got the chain." And then the daughter says, "I'm not wearing that thing going into the game, or we'll be able to beat the game." And then she says, "I'm not gonna be able to do it." She walks out, and then and then the next scene, as soon as y'all playing the game, she presses the wrong button. She goes in. We need to explain if she's wearing a chain, where she got the chain from. There needs to be a scene in between saying that she went to the, like you said, you went to the house and you found it, or she gave it to you, or something happened where you got the chain. You got to be wearing it during that game. You gotta either know or not know that it has those magic powers. But we need to know as an audience that it's been 8 years and it's the perfect time for that chain to do is whatever magic is supposed to do. So it's a lot of stuff that needs to happen before you get sucked into the game, and that's just some of the ideas you can start thinking about. So you gotta start thinking about how you're gonna put that together to answer some of those questions. So as soon as the scene starts, y'all can even be just having a conversation. You and your mom could just be sitting there. You said you're already playing the game. You already just beat a level or something, and you're just talking about it. You're wearing the chain. We can zoom in, see it, and you can be talking about, how you got it, or you can say, it was a summer at grandma's, and you can have a flashback, and then we can show you, finding it, discovering it, or something, and
or
she can
she's
give
in
it
the
to you.
game. She beats the level, and before she clicks next level, she like touches the chain because she thinks that it's good luck. She touches it, she holds it, and then she closes her eyes, and then that's when the flashback happens. So it's kind of like
What do you mean to?
Well, you know how sometimes some movies have the thing where like they touch something and they hold it and they close their eyes.
Yeah,
it kind of
and then
zooms in on them, and then you can see the picture through their eyelids. I don't know if we can do all that, but that's what I kind of want it to be like.
Yeah, like a flashback. Oh no!
No,
I got it.
Came out.
I got it. It's safe. 3-second rule.
It's over here though.
We'll be alright. Hold on, what's this? Make sure there's nothing in my egg. We'll be alright.
What was inside the egg?
I don't know.
Google out of the way.
It was just season. You said what, B?
Move the Google out of the way.
The mini?
That looks weird.
So what was I saying? I'm gonna drop this one. There we go.
Lay down.
That already smells pretty good.
Oh no, the chicken
It's the
does.
seasoning. Yeah, the seasoning.
All right. So y'all are having a conversation, and then
she
you talk
beats
about
the level. And
So
then,
what's the conversation that you're having? You got to start off. We got to know what the conversation is. We can't just say y'all having a conversation. So as the scene starts, you guys are sitting on the couch, and what's being said between you guys?
And then mom is like, "We're about to beat this level." And
Ready
then
now? Ready now? This is your script.
Use the breadcrumbs, baby.
Or I got no choice, mama. I got wheat flour up there. Who bought wheat flour? Like a wheat flour? What the heck?
at least that one came off.
Yeah, they're gonna come off. I just been doing it real gently. Wanted to stay on for a little while. I'm gonna season this stuff back up before I put the other breaded flour season on it.
And then computer girl says, "Yes, I beat the level." And so they beat the level.
Now, how do we as an audience know that she's getting stuck on that? There's getting to a point where she's stuck on that part on that game. She say something in the dialogue to let us know that, oh, geez, I can't get past this board every time, blah blah blah, and then just that night. And then also again, how do we know that this is that night of the 8 years that that necklace was made, that the special power happens? How do we explain that? Do that in the same.
I think it should be a scene in the game because you know how when we play the game, it takes you to the last saved file. It shows you the date on there,
Mm-hmm.
And
and
then
then the date can be
sometimes
8 years before that.
Hold on. So it says, are you talking about are you talking about the same data when you turn on the game? It was 8 years ago, but the mom didn't ever. The power never worked for the mom, so that's why she thought the necklace was broke. So 8 years ago when she used it, it probably didn't work. So
You just couldn't pass that level.
8 years ago she played and she couldn't pass the level. But we need to know what's significant about 8 years ago. And it could be anything. You're the writer. You're the creator. Whatever you want to be special about 8 years ago, that's just what it is.
8 years ago, she made the necklace. I'm about to sleep.
8 years ago it was made.
Yeah, the necklace was
There
made.
you go. That's a good reason.
I can feel it. I'm
So
about to
it's
sneeze.
exactly 8 years ago. So when she made the necklace, it didn't work. Was it just that she had to wait a specific amount of time for it to work? Because when she made it, she wanted it to work, right?
Well, when she made it, she wanted to. She was first showing her daughter, and so that they could pass the game. But the daughter's like, "No, I'm too old for that game. I don't want to play." So then, it was the grandmother's and the mother's tradition to always play that game together. So, Grandma decided that she wasn't gonna play the game without her. So she just kind of left the necklace alone, you know.
Yeah.
then-
Where those breadcrumbs at, baby?
Right here in the refrigerator. No, right there. Look next to the oil.
And then the granddaughter comes along and she's like, "Oh, you might like to play video games with your mother. Here, take this necklace." And
So let's just say, because you can change. Nothing has to be solid. I'm gonna ask you these questions. You can change around like what's happening. So you're basically saying she did know that it worked when she made it, and she made it for a good reason, and her daughter just didn't play it. And what else did you just say?
her daughter didn't want to play the game, so she kind of just left the necklace alone.
So she left it alone, but she knew it worked.
Yeah, she
And
knew
she gave
that
it to
in her heart
her-
that it was gonna work. So
Her
she gave it to
granddaughter.
her. Yeah, her granddaughter.
Okay. So her mom must be already in the know. Like she already knows what's going to happen when you wearing that necklace.
Yeah.
So is it the first time that you wore that necklace playing because you were frustrated you couldn't beat the board? That could be the reason. But it has to be a reason. If we know it works, then it can't just be wearing it every time you play. Or it only works on that 8th year. And we need to explain that.
She's been wearing
Why?
the necklace every time she plays the game, but
Yeah.
this was the one time that it actually did
So
work.
this is the one time it works. So we need to explain that. We need to have something in that flashback saying that
Because
it only works every 8 years or the 8th
Because
year
the
after she made it.
grandchild doesn't know that the necklace is magic. So, the grandchild doesn't know that the necklace is magic.
Since she's been wearing it all the time and nothing's been happening.
Yeah. So she
So
just
how
thinks
do we?
the necklace. She always beats a level whenever she's wearing the necklace. So she just thinks that the necklace is good luck for her.
Okay.
She doesn't think it's. She doesn't really know that it's real magic.
Okay.
This pen stopped working.
And then. So how do we know? How do we tell the audience that it actually is magic? I mean, well, we know. Well, they know because from the beginning that the mom was trying to get her daughter to wear it. So when she's sitting there talking to her mom, you said that she's sitting there talking to her, and they talk about when she got the necklace. That's a good time where you can say that grandma was telling her a story about the necklace or how it had powers or whatever, and how you can even include in the story somewhere that at some certain day that this is going to happen. where you know, the power is going to work for the game and you're going to be pulled into the game. So she can explain that all to you when you explain the necklace. You do the little flashback.
Yeah.
All right, so what are you going to say lead into that flashback that you can explain the necklace? What is your mom going to say to you that makes you say, makes you think about the necklace on that night when you're playing, that y'all start talking about it?
Well, the flashback is gonna be like she flashes back to when Grandma gives her the necklace.
I'm talking about from as soon as the scene starts, where y'all are just sitting there talking. What makes you start talking about the necklace? That's what we're leading into.
Because Grandma made the necklace, and Grandma wants to play with her daughter because they're trying to beat this game for so long. And she tries to get her daughter to wear it because it won't work on the creator or the mother. It has to work on the youngest person. So Grandma tries to get her daughter to wear it for the game. She says, hey, if you wear this for the game, it'll be good luck. It'll take us into the game and we can get the cheat code and we can win. But then Grandma's daughter is like, no, I'm too old for this. I'm not going to wear that. I'm not going to play the game anymore.
Okay, so I wasn't talking about that. So what I'm talking about is when you in the second scene, right? When you and your mom are actually sitting there and you already have the necklace. What happens? What do you guys? What's the conversation like? Go back to what you guys were saying. I want to know what happens next that leads to you telling your mom about the necklace, and then we can do a flashback, and then have your grandma explain the whole thing to you. So what did you guys say at the beginning of the scene? Scene 2. Camera comes in. You guys are sitting on the couch playing the game. You say what?
And then it's like,
something about you're gonna beat this board. What did you write?
Yeah.
Look at your script. Didn't you write it? You the writer, go. Director. You're gonna be the writer, director, everything. You're gonna put everything together, make sure it's right. The stamp of approval. Put your name as the executive producer.
there was a loose page. Oh, it's back here. I'm over here flipping like a book and it's right next to me.
Woo! This is breadcrumbs, y'all, if y'all was wondering. Breadcrumbs on them wings now.
So, okay.
So what happens as soon as the camera pulls up, what's going on?
So, with scene 2, right?
Yeah.
So then she's talking to her mom, they're talking about the game, and she's like,
How about they're already playing the game?
yeah,
And
they're playing the game.
and they pass a scene in the game where like the graffiti is the necklace. And she's like, oh look, that's just like the necklace we have on. Or that's like the necklace Grandma made. And that comes up the conversation of the necklace, like, oh yeah, look at it. It does look like just like the necklace Grandma made. And then they're playing a little more, and then like at some point they pass a different graffiti with the necklace, and the necklace starts to glow. And then like the scene on the screen says press, I don't know, F2 or something. And she presses F2, and then that's when they get sucked into the game.
Think about it, director, think about it. So how you gonna, you gotta have, they're already talking, they already have dialogue talking. So you gotta have a break in there where she sees well obviously yeah, they see the thing and then they start talking, and then some of that, you can throw some of that dialogue in there where they're having a conversation and then back to the game and then the next thing happens. Is that the route you're thinking about? What could happen? That could be one way into it. So write some of that down, get an idea of what she said so you can remember that, and then think of other ways that you can zap into the game if you're thinking of another idea. Because it looks like you're thinking. So you can have multiple ideas. It's like brainstorming. If you want it to be the best that you can be, you can think of different ideas and come up with the best one, or even combine a couple of them together and come up with the best idea. Especially if you have a team to bounce ideas off of. Hey, Mama, let me see that other charger. The blue one. Shout out to the squad. Thanks everybody for dropping those like bombs. You got 10 likes on the stream. That's major.
Thank you.
Shout out to everybody coming through with that support. I can't see the comments right now, so give me a second and I'm gonna pull up on them. My phone died. Oh wait, it didn't even die. It's just at 0%. So it doesn't die. I'm gonna let that thing charge for a second. And I think it died when I put it down. Okay. Who's the other phone, Mama?
Molly?
Yeah. My phone dead. That's 0%. I said, is that a commercial? What's up, Asia? Either that chicken too close or that's some big chicken. Hey, Asia, appreciate the likes. Shout out to Asia dropping them like bombs. All right, so she's working on a movie right now, her YouTube movie. She's working on her script. So far, we're on the first scene, the intro and the first scene. And okay, so you're gonna think of some different ideas. If you have a different idea, go to a different piece of paper.
I don't have any blank sheets of paper.
What?
I don't have any blank sheets of paper in that way.
Okay, well, get some paper. We got some paper here somewhere. So yeah, she got her intro, she got her basic story outline. She's about to just start adding different crazy different parts to it. Shout out to Asia. Papa Nitro in the building. What's up, dude? What's up, dude? Hey, y'all like my hair? Hey, Beatty, you like my hair? Beatty,
Yeah.
you like my hair?
Yeah.
Nally, I'm in your stream, girl. Let me skedaddle. I'm skedaddling. I'm not cool enough to be on your stream. Hair all over the place. Facts. Yup. Nolly the Pizza Princess, the movie director. Her mom gonna help her do the costumes and all the makeup and design and everything. She gonna direct everything. Damn, B. I'm over here making some chicken. There's some big ass drumsticks though at the Asia. There are some big ass drumsticks, I ain't gonna lie. Big ass drumsticks. Alright, so where we at, Nelly?
I'm gonna rewrite this down, but I'm gonna write it so that it makes sense.
Okay, go ahead. There was some hogs, Asia. There was some hogs. She said they look big and chicken wings.
Stop. I'm sore. Stop.
Sit down. Kiss these hands. Like a lab dog. Oh man, smell them chicken wings. All the things getting popping right now. They in there popping. I'm actually gonna turn down a little bit.
Seriously, dude.
You made them sides already, girl?
Yeah, a long time ago.
For real?
You're gonna spill this.
Spill what, girl?
The stupid chicken, dog.
Are you crazy? Spill chicken.
You were pushing me into the pan.
Spill chicken. What type of crazy man would do that?
Ow, stop.
Hey-o.
Ow, stop.
Get off the floor. I mean, Chowder, get out of here. I say get off the floor. I mean, go sit on the couch, Chowder.
Why would you tell him to go sit on the couch when you know that you're gonna whoop him if you sit
Hey, Deidre, say what's up, Deidre?
What's up, Deidre?
Look at her in the onesie. You say what's up to people in your onesie, girl. The Phantom of B.
You guys ate all the Nutter Butters out of there.
I didn't have any, so.
I did.
There's no Nutter Butter bags in there. I had one Nutter Butter bag.
Okay.
You ate them all.
What you saying, girl?
You ate all the Nutter Butter bags.
What you saying, girl?
You fat.
You wanna bet? Do you wanna bet?
How many did you have?
Do you
All of them.
wanna bet?
That's all you ate out of there was the Nutter Butter bags.
And
Give me one of
and
them.
these, the Cheez-Its.
Give me some.
Those
Ate all
are
of them.
Cheez-Its. We don't
Yeah,
have
dude.
any Cheez-Its in there.
Cheese Ridge Bits. Here, one. Here, one.
Give me one.
What's the reason for? You want one?
Mhm.
Can you have one?
Can I have one?
Yeah, one.
I can't get my hand in there. I'm too big. They're all crunched up.
Here, girl. I want those. They can be. You're welcome.
Thanks.
Hello, hungry. Come here, girl. What you drinking in that cup, girl? That coffee? What you got in there, girl?
Water.
Oh yeah, let me check on this chicken. Yeah, Asia. You right. Messing around with y'all. Oh yeah.
International.
Hmm?
What is your mama singing? Dee, what you singing, girl?
Something?
Is that water? Is it milk?
Singing in the morning, singing in the evening.
Those ribs are good.
Ribs? What ribs? We come up.
Ribs.
Oh yeah, those are. Shout out to 3 in the chinette. Shout out to everybody dropping those like bombs. I appreciate y'all. Y'all the realest. Booyah. Somebody was hating on they had 30, it was up to 32 something dislikes on my stream.
Really?
And then I closed it, I ended the stream, and it only has 11 now. I was like, damn.
That's just one person over and over.
Exactly. YouTube took it away because they could tell. They always do that shit.
It's crazy how that
I'm
happens.
about to make the video back. I'm about to make the this shit back public so they can see. That's how it works. People talk shit. It'll happen during the stream, but then after you end the stream, it go back down to normal. I'm like, oh, okay. That was just, and that's still just that one motherfucker. Oh, hating ass. Huh? You don't care about y'all haters? I don't care about y'all haters. Hey, they ain't never gonna fade us. Hey. Biddy, where your food at, girl? Ooh, you warming up this gumbo?
Should already be warm.
Ooh, you better stop playing. You better stop playing. Hey, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. BD, this about to be fire, girl. You hear me? Bless you, mama.
There's my sneeze that I felt when you were still doing the seasonings. It was stuck up somewhere
There
in my
you go.
nose.
I'm the three reasons they're not talking. The agent, all three of them. All three of y'all. What's next? What are you writing?
What happens in the game? Like one day,
Okay, explain. Read it.
so basically it says, Scene 2 opens. Mother and daughter are playing the game, talking about previous levels, when all of a sudden they pass a picture of the necklace, of the computer necklace. They start talking about the necklace, then they pass another picture that says press R1. So the daughter presses R1 while still wearing the necklace, and the necklace glows, and they get sucked into the game.
Okay, so that's one entrance, one way to get into the game, basically. You're gonna have to brainstorm some different ways because that changes the whole script from what you already had, where y'all was sitting in the room talking. Or you can even add that in there somewhere because you can put a mixture of both, where because you gotta still have a flashback inside the house where she's talking to you, and then there's a part where you flash back and you can explain some stuff about the chain before you even get sucked into the game,
Oh yeah.
the necklace. So, in there somewhere, y'all gonna have to have a conversation where after you, maybe even after you see the picture, you guys can start talking about it. Oh, remember your necklace? You remember your grandma gave you this necklace, and
So then they pass the necklace, and then they're like, and then she takes the necklace.
You pass a picture of the necklace in the game. You're like, oh snap, that reminds me of your necklace. Oh yeah, look, I have it on right now. Blah 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 blah.
and then you can have your flashback, and then and then you say, yeah, this necklace. I remember when.
I remember the last time I saw this necklace, Grandma tried to make me play the game, and I told her I was too old for it. And now look at us now. I'm even older playing with you.
It's her granddaughter's. She wasn't. She was talking to you when she gave it to you. When she offered it, but you didn't take it. So now she has it, because the flashback is going to be of her at grandma's house when she gets it, or when she finds it, or when she gives it to her, and then she's explaining to you like this thing. It has powers. I was going to give it to your mom, but she obviously didn't want to play it. But I'm giving it to you. Maybe you can be the board with it or something. Use it for your special whatever. So you gotta explain what is it gonna be, what's it gonna, and it can be that part right there. That makes sense. You can, but just make sure you put that in there. Like once she says this to you, you say, "Oh yeah, I remember when Grandma gave me this necklace," and then put flashback, and then you can start writing about what's gonna happen exactly in the flashback. They need a flashback to explain the story. If they don't know about the necklace or what it does or what it's for, then they're gonna be confused when you get absorbed into the game.
Yeah.
And she said, "I'll take the necklace since nobody wants it." Yeah, this is for her YouTube movie that she's gonna direct. She's gonna put out on YouTube. Remove all this stuff out the way. Alright, what was that?
Flashback. Daughter finds necklace at grandma's house and asks grandma if she can have it. Grandma says yes, but warns her of the necklace's powers. Then goes back to normal movie.
She says yes, and she warms her of the necklace's powers.
Mhm.
So what does she say to her about the necklace's powers? Because whatever you say in that script, that's what the people on that's watching the movie are gonna know. So she warned her about the necklace's powers, saying what?
She's saying.
I think you ready to write it down.
She says. Be careful.
We'll get to the next page.
The necklace. The necklace. Can suck you into the game.
You gotta get this book published. I'm working on a book. You might be able to get your book published after mine. Have somebody really make it into a big movie.
Beat.
Should you make it into a big movie? You can go viral.
So she says, "Be careful." When the grandma warns her of the necklace's powers, grandma says, "Be careful. The necklace can suck you into the game and help you beat the game. And help you beat your game."
The necklace can suck you into the game.
And help you beat it.
How does it help you beat it?
It won't let you out until you finish.
Well, that's kind of scary.
Like, if you're towards the end, you can never die. Your health stays up. Your heart stays up. You can't really die.
But you're trapped in the game.
Yeah.
So what is so she's warning her that she's trapped in the game, or she's warning her that
You can get trapped in the game by this necklace.
But what's the upside?
It.
Remember, I thought you said it was a treasure in the game. Something special that she wanted in the game, or was it just to beat the game?
Yeah, she created it to help you beat the game. So, sometimes it'll give you the cheat code to the game, but other times it will just like keep you in the game until you succeed.
We gotta make this make sense. Because if you're stuck in the game, if you're wearing the necklace and it gets you stuck in the game until you beat the game, you really wouldn't want to wear that necklace and be stuck in that game.
Well, it would help you beat the game. Like, it would give you some, like, hints, you know?
Go sit down.
But it wouldn't trap you in the game forever.
You gotta think about what's the advantage of going in there for somebody. Like, what would you want out of wearing that necklace if you was wearing it? Like, what would you want out of the game if you could go into a game? Wouldn't you want something like a souvenir or something?
Yeah.
And maybe you get to keep something that's in the game, something that you just something that you want to keep as a souvenir. You get to bring something back to real life.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
The unicorn at the end.
That's the key. The golden key.
You mean you can bring the key back to real life?
Yeah.
But what does the key open in real life?
In real life, it doesn't open anything. It just.
What?
Oh.
We can make it
After
open
you
something
get
so
back,
we can make it open
after
something
you
so
get
cool.
back from the game, she takes her golden key. She takes her golden key. There's been some kind of weird, mysterious chest locked up in her attic for years, but she can never open it because it's got a lock on it, a big lock. She takes the golden key, goes up to her attic with her mom, unlocks the her mother helps her hold on. Her mother helps her unlock the chest, and they get gold out of that chest.
Dang.
They get.
That's what I'm talking about.
They get 21 pounds of gold, and they're rich.
Well, that's a nice ending.
And they all lived happily ever after.
So if you think about it, though, now if you want to expand on that, or just think about making it a little more complicated, you can have anything you want in that treasure chest. So you can make it something more valuable than 20 pounds of gold. It could be something special to her, or something special to somebody that's a gamer that played that game. It could be something so valuable that that it would be everything. It would be worth more than gold for them to find this treasure inside of this game and be able to bring it back into the real world.
The roller skates.
Then it'd be a pier that you can bring back into the real world.
So, actually, how about the key? You take the key out of the game. Like, somehow they let you keep the golden key from the game. You take the key, you unlock the attic in the chest. The chest in the attic.
Mm-hmm.
And you take out that one was your favorite level. The roller skates was your favorite level. You unlock the attic. You unlock the chest in the attic, and you open it up, and you find the roller skates. And you find the roller skates.
And is she like, so it's a roller skating game, so she likes roller skating. And her grandma liked roller skating.
Yeah.
So that's part of the story. I didn't know that until I just put that together. So you might want to add that somewhere.
Well, maybe like
in the
it's
story.
not really like a roller skating game. It's like a game with a whole bunch of different levels that are about different things. But her favorite level was the roller skating one because she's
a roller skater. She can put that in the story somewhere. She can have like roller skating
she's really good at roller skating.
trophies or something in her room.
She's really good at roller skating.
She said, how about once they get sucked into the game, the only way to get out is if they beat the game. That is Jumanji. She's right. That's Jumanji.
Yeah, that's Jumanji.
Yeah.
But literally, that's...
No swagger jacking in here.
Jumanji's a good movie, though.
It is a good movie. Good movie to swagger jack if you're going to swagger jack one. Which means steal their flow, their swag, plagiarize.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna do that. We creative minds in here. We like to think of stuff from scratch. What was we talking about?
It was... getting out of the game. You have to... I forgot to.
Oh, that wasn't what we were talking about. Not getting out of the game. I was saying that that's what she said in the comments, that that's where you get out of the game. But you were talking about
I remember I was talking about that chest in the attic, but I think
what's something
I
special
forgot.
that's more than something more valuable than gold that can make her want to wear that necklace and hope that the magic works so she can go in there and get whatever it is. So I was saying, is she a skater? Does she love skating? Is that why skates would be more valuable than gold for her?
Yeah.
Or is it something that, like, maybe it could be
She loves to skate.
an
That's what we were
ability-
talking about.
It can be magic skates, maybe skates that give you the powers to be like the greatest skater of all time, or something like that, or some type of just magic ability that comes inside the crate when you open it. It just, whoever opens it, they get this special power, and it can be whatever it is, or they get I don't think about it. What would you want when you go inside of a game? If you were that, if you, or what would your character want? What is she, what is she, when you're explaining her story, like when you do her backstory, what is it that makes her, excited? What drives her to keep going and to be a hard worker? What type of thing is she trying to accomplish? What's the type of stuff that she would be excited to open up that could possibly be worth more than gold to her? Think about it, gold is very important. So if it's worth more than gold to you, and that's something that's amazing in there. It could be anything. It depends on what she likes and what she just how she feels about things.
She really does like to roller skate a lot.
Okay, so it could be
So-
rollerblades.
The roller skates would be her.
Dia just said gummy worms are more than gold, more valuable than gold.
Wow. Just wow.
Gummy worms. She opened the treasure chest. She gets sucked into the game. She goes in there. She beats the final boss. She opens up the treasure chest. Boom, gummy worms.
And there's literally nothing. Gummy worms don't have anything to do with the story.
Hey, but it's,
And
if
then
that's
you
what
get
she
gummy
loves,
worms.
if that's what she loves, it could be the happiest ending ever.
Yeah. She
So
still
what
likes
is
roller
she-
skating better.
So what is she? So she gets a pair of roller skates that comes out. Do they have any special powers, or
So
they just?
the roller
nice.
skates are really cute, really awesome.
You can get roller skates in the regular world. You don't have to get sucked into a game to get a pair of roller skates.
So she
You have some inside the room.
it's the only pair of roller skates that she. It's the only pair of roller skates that are like how they are because they're magic. Well, to her, they're the only roller skates that to her, these roller skates are more valuable than gold because these roller skates helped her win this game.
How do they help her win the game if she don't get them until she opens up the treasure chest?
Because the roller skates have these were the roller skates that she had when she was in the first stage of the game that she was when she got sucked in. And
We're probably gonna rethink that, but we can keep going. What happens next after she gets her whatever prize?
it's gonna shoot to it's gonna have her after she gets the roller skate.
Well, not actually after she gets the skates, because what happens before that? It had to be more than just the got to the roller skates. What happened when she? All right, so start from the beginning. Start from the top. What happened? Start from the beginning. Camera starts. What happens?
Her grandmother is in front of her pot. Her grandmother's making the necklace. Doing all these weird hand movements in front of her pot with things coming out of her hands. And then she pulls out the necklace. She walks into the living room and she starts talking to her daughter. She's like, look, I finally made it. I finally succeeded in making the necklace. We can now go into the game and beat it. But then her daughter's like, no, I'm too old for this. And no, I'm too old for that game. And then the daughter walks out, like, in a way. And then it goes to the second scene opens, and the mother, which was the grandma's daughter, and the mother's daughter, are playing their game, and they're talking about the previous levels. They're like, oh, this level was kind of easy because this is really all you have to do, and I only need to do this, and I had all these power-ups and this and that. And then as they're running through the thing with their people, going on to the next level, they're running through the hallway, and then as they're running through the hallway, they see a picture on the wall. and it's a picture of the computer necklace that Grandma was trying to give her daughter, but her daughter didn't want it.
Mm-hmm.
So Grandma gave it to her granddaughter. And it's a picture of the necklace. And then the granddaughter's like, Mom, look, that's the necklace that I have on right now. And they start talking about it. They're like, oh, that's crazy. I wonder how they got the necklace into the game. And why would they have the necklace into the game? And then she goes on to...
So at that part right there, we want to add that her mom reminded her that her grandma had gave you that necklace, and then you're gonna say, obviously somewhere you're gonna look at it, and then that's when we're gonna do the flashback. So you're gonna have to put that flashback in there somewhere. And then what happens in the flashback?
So, how about they pass the picture of the necklace, and they start talking about the necklace, but then the mom's like, oh yeah, your grandma tried to give that necklace to me when I was about like your age, but I didn't want it because I felt like I was too old for it. And then they go on to the part where she looks at the necklace, so she's like, I didn't want it because I was too old for it, so your grandma gave it to you. And then the granddaughter looks at the necklace and she hugs it because she loves that necklace. She's like holding it really tight, and then that's when she closes her eyes and she has the flashback.
To when she first got it.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So write that down so you remember. Make sure you got some space. Not right there at the bottom of that page. So that's the part where that's the dialogue in between seeing the picture and then your mom saying, explaining that she didn't want to take that. Right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be cool. Nightbot talking that stuff in the chat. He said, "Welcome to the Pizza Princess Show.
On my show, we're going to talk about anything I want because it's my show."
Thank you for coming. Enjoy the show." Put this warm on.
Mhm.
Kate Beezy said hi.
Hi.
She said happy Friday.
Hello.
Now the Pizza Princess is working on her script for her YouTube movie. She's gonna be directing. And she's finishing up some flashback part. So what part is that?
The going through the game and then they see the picture.
Okay, so that's the part where they go through the game, they see the picture and it matches her necklace, and then she starts, and then what happens after that?
The mom starts to say, oh, Grandma tried to give that necklace to me when I was about your age, but I didn't want it, so she gave it to you. And then the daughter holds the necklace tight because it's her favorite necklace, and that's when the flashback happens.
Okay. And you got that written down?
Mhm.
Okay. And then the flashback obviously is
Grandma at the flashback is she's at Grandma's house. She finds the necklace and she's like, Grandma, can I keep it? And Grandma says yes, but be careful. And Grandma warns her the power, says be careful, the necklace can make you go into the game and it will help you beat the game. But yeah, and Grandma warns her of the necklace's powers.
But she also has to tell her there's a positive reason that like if you do beat the game, you get this.
If you
Or
and
maybe
she
it was that
says,
key that we can bring into the real
Yeah.
world. We got to rethink the ending of that. If it is a key, it's something that could open up in something in the real world. Oh, it says the treasure chest. So you
Yeah.
get the key out of the game. If you beat the game, you get a special key that you can bring into the real world and get some type of treasure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she would say that in the flashback.
Well, they say she says Grandma says if you beat the game, you can get a key from the game. Um,
So she knows about the key, but does she know what the prize is, or is it different for every person?
no, the prize is different for everyone.
Oh, so she
Grandma
doesn't know what
says-
she could get out of the prize. She just knows that you get a special key to unlock a chest that hasn't been unlocked yet.
If you
Yeah, the negative. I was saying she was saying the negative is that she can get trapped in the game, right?
Mhm.
So if she doesn't beat the game when she goes in, she can get trapped in the game. But if she does beat it, then she can, she gets a special key. But that's what I was thinking about the negative, because the only thing that Grandma was telling her was that beware if if you wear the necklace, you can get stuck in the game. But if she's gonna tell her she's gonna get stuck in the game, why would she want to wear it if that's the only thing she knows? So that's why I was saying the positive will be, she gets that special key, and that's something that they can make. You guys can make, and then we'll bring it and make a trash ass treasure chest from Fortnite, and and then have you open it. Hashtag trash ass treasure chest. So what part is that you're working on, Mama?
the negative, you can get stuck in the game if you don't succeed.
Yeah. And she's telling her that during the flashback, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so what's that part? So go over that part when we go into the room and you and the mom are playing the game. What's happening? Start from that scene.
They're going through the game.
No, as soon as the scene starts, what's happening? You guys are sitting on the bed and you're sitting on the couch playing the game, and then what?
So they're sitting on the chair, whatever,
Uh-huh.
playing the game on the computer, whatever, on the PlayStation,
Okay.
and they're talking about the previous levels. They're like, oh, this level was pretty easy because all we had to do with this, and I had a bonus power up, so I got through it pretty easily. And then they
Discussing the last game. Uh-huh.
they go as they're running through the hall for the next game,
Mm-hmm.
for the next level.
What's for dinner over here? I'm making some fried chicken. Beatty made some. She made the sides, mashed potatoes, and she made a veggie.
Spinach.
Oh yeah, mashed potatoes and spinach. And then I'm gonna have a little gumbo on the side.
Gumbo. The amazing world of gumbo.
Yeah.
And so as they're running through the hallway to the next level, they see a picture on the wall of the computer necklace that the main character, computer girl, is wearing. That one of the main characters, computer girl, is wearing. And then the mother starts talking about the necklace. She says, oh, your grandma tried to give that to me when I was about your age, but I didn't really want it because I thought that I was too old for it, so she gave it to you instead. And then as they're still running through the hall, they see another picture of the necklace, but this time with it on the bottom, it says press R1. So while one of the main characters, computer girl, is still wearing the necklace. No, wait. So after the mom
I
finishes
thought I heard
up,
some grease popping. Hell yeah.
after the mom finishes up talking about the necklace, she holds the necklace tight because the granddaughter holds the necklace tight because she loves this necklace.
So that's before she sees the second picture.
Yeah, and then they
And
go
she
into
has
the
a
flashback.
Yeah, okay.
And
the
then-
flashback? In the flashback?
And then in the flashback, it goes back to she's at grandma's house a couple summers before, and she finds a necklace. And she says, "Grandma, can I have it? It looks really pretty. Can I have it?" And then grandma says yes, but warns her about the powers of the necklace. The negative part is you can get stuck in the game if you don't succeed in finishing it. Because this necklace, no, sorry, grandma says this necklace can help you defeat any game you like. But the bad part is you can get stuck in the game if you don't succeed in finishing it. The good part is that if you succeed, you get a key for a prize in the real world. So then the daughter decides to take the key, decides to take the necklace. She puts it on and she never takes it off, except for in the shower because then it can get rusty. And then that's the end of the flashback. It goes back to the real world, and she's still running through the hall, and they see the next picture.
This is hold on. This is a great story. Okay? Hold on. This is a great story. Okay? Okay, keep going.
And then they see the next picture of the necklace on the wall, but at the bottom of it, under the picture, there's 3 words that say press R1.
Uh-huh.
So, Computer Girl, aka the daughter, I'm still thinking of a name for her, presses R1.
Or her name's not going to be Computer Girl?
No, that's like her nickname. Her real name is going to be like Alexa or something.
Oh, okay.
And so then she gets sucked into the
Oh, that's going to be
game.
like her PSN.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so she presses R1, and then whoosh, like a little tornado glitter thing, and all of a sudden she's in the game on the next level where she's wearing roller skates in this outfit, and she has to go through the obstacle course. And after that's how you beat that level of the game. She goes through the obstacle course.
So at the
on
end
roller
there's a
skates.
finishing line, just like it's like
Yeah.
almost like a race where confetti
Almost,
comes out.
but it's not like a real race.
Yeah.
There's no winner. And so they get through the obstacle course, and as they roller skate, the past bricks fall off. So like they fall off and just fall into
So
nothingness.
they're having a hard time, yeah.
And they have to go fast. That's why. And
Do they say anything on this first board? Like while they're going through it, are they talking to each other? Is the mom and the daughter talking to each other? Because if they say anything to each other, we need to make a scene for just while they're during that mission, what they're saying to each other. Actually, they probably should be saying something to each other because it's their first time being into the game, and they have to realize that this is the thing that did that.
Well, when they first get into the game, they're like, the computer girl is like, well, where are we? And are we wearing roller skates? And then laptop girl, which is mom, says, yeah, but wherever we are, we gotta get out of here and fast. So let's get skating.
All right, so let's write that part down.
It's right here on the dialogue.
You wrote it down already?
Yeah.
Dang, girl. You ahead of the game, mama.
And so then they are skating, and as they skate, the bricks fall off and stuff. And then they get to the end of the line. They don't talk to each other while they're skating because that's kind of dangerous. You don't want to talk and then stop skating, you know?
Yeah.
So they don't talk to each other while they're skating because they don't want to get behind and fall into nothingness like the bricks. And they make it to the end. They cross the where the end of the obstacle course is. There's like an arch. They go through that, and they're at a door with a little small pink key right in front of them. So they take the pink key, put it in the locked door, turn the lock, open up the door, and they're at a carnival.
So that's the second board. So that's the end of the first board. So all right. So what all did we say? Did you write everything that they said down in the first on the first board?
Oh yeah.
Because that's the whole thing, isn't it?
Mhm.
So it's just that one thing that they say to each other when they first get in there.
Yeah.
What do they say? Say that for me one more time.
So computer goes in. Computer girl is the first one to say something. When they get into the game, into the stage, she's like, "Where are we? And are we wearing skates?" And then laptop girl is like, "Yeah, well, let's get skating. I want to get out of here."
Okay.
And then they start. And then
I don't know if that's corny or
computer
not.
Computer girl's like, "Wait, there's an obstacle course. Now let's go and be careful." So they go, and they go through the obstacle course. And as they're skating, bricks fall down.
You got the mashed potatoes, mama? I took all the extra, all my crust that fell off my chicken. I took all that shit off, and I put that shit on. I made all that crispy crust. It fell off some of the chicken, like this one right here. It's almost about to fall off. I'm about to eat all that crispy crust behind there. Y'all don't worry about that. All right, now let's go back to the story.
And so at the end, they go to through the arch, and they're up in front of a door with a blue key, with a small blue key right in front of them. So they take the key, unlock the door, and then the next thing you know, the carnival music, and they're at the fair. They're at the carnival.
You got real Deasia.
They're at the carnival, and
So that's where the second board starts.
yeah.
So when the second board starts, immediately after you get to the carnival, you guys are have to gonna say something to each other.
Yeah, so they're like, "Wait, are we in a carnival now?" I don't know. I haven't thought of dialogue yet for that.
Okay, so we'll start working on. All right, so dinner's finished. Thank you guys for coming through. Shout out to the squad. That's her story so far. Say thanks to the squad for coming through.
Thank you guys.
There's Deasia and KBZ.
Hello.
And yeah, she's about to have dinner, and she's gonna finish this story. Almost got a redhead in there. There we go. She's gonna finish this story in a little bit. She's gonna go back live when she finishes her story. And we'll be seeing you guys again. Thank you guys for coming through to hang out on the Pizza Princess channel. Y'all are epic. Squad. Y'all have a good night. Big love, squad.